aujourd'hui.
Here's the difference between American men and European or Latin American, Middle Eastern men. The reason why American men are not really pursuing the way that they're supposed to is one, because they've been spoiled already. If you don't know this already, Latin men, European men, and Middle Eastern men all have one thing in common. They're actually men. They pursue women and they are very persistent, they're consistent, and they essentially do all of the work in the pursuit.
We've officially went full circle here. And the only thing left to do is burn in hell. That's what's going on. We went for, oh my God, 50 Shades of Grey is so good, to, don't talk to me, back to, oh my God, pursue me, you're a real man. Oh my God. Remember when we were doing that podcast and that girl, right in the middle, it was like 2018, and that girl was like, yeah, but you know, sometimes when we say, he said sometimes when we say no, it means yes, bruh. I was like, oh, bitch, you're not the one.
And they know how to court women. Why is it that they do this right from the jump? Because in their European, Middle Eastern, and Latin society, women have not spoiled them the way that women here have spoiled men. Women make them work hard for their time, their availability. They require more of men. And that's why these men know that if they don't know how to pursue and court a woman accordingly, they're not getting any.
No. It's because feminism is not as prevalent. That's it. The gender roles are very strong. That's it. It ain't got nothing with being spoiled or anything like that. It's really just a question of positioning. Okay?
I'm also confused because, like, Europe is a big place. I'm sure there's a bunch of European women in the comments right now being like, no, the bitches out here are also spoiled. The men here ain't doing shit. All right, I got a lot of homegirls out in London. All right, they be telling me dudes out there are hella lazy. All right, to all my English brothers, all right, apparently you guys got a terrible rep because the women out there in England be talking shit about you all the time. So I don't know what she's talking about. The ladies in France don't have good things to say about the men over there.
They don't.
And I could keep going down the list about the really European countries. So
they really don't. So
yeah. I think this is like those things where because you live somewhere, you're convinced it's the worst place in the world.
Yeah, and you're convinced that's the world.
Yeah. You know, people are like, oh my God, men in Miami. Oh my God, women in New York. Oh my God, the guys in LA are all Mexican. It's like, chill, okay?
You live on 33rd Street. That's the people on 33rd Street. Calm down.
People always be shitting about the place they live on when it comes to the dating market. Mm-hmm. Go ask anybody who's single. So, you know, what's going on with you in your city? Yeah, the women in Atlanta are... I'm like, bruv, why are you always shitting the people in your city? But if you would take them at face value, you would think every city in the world's got the worst people to date.
Everybody's trash, yeah.
Right?
That.
So everyone thinks, when I leave, I'm going to go find me a man or a woman somewhere else. It's going to be
You
lot better.
You don't. You end up with a different problem.
Yeah.
Again, that's another case of you being trafficked and you not being stuck in it. Men are so this and that because women are you're lazy. You're lazy. You're doing that. You're part of the problem.
Yeah.
Okay?
I think it's fascinating that there's like all this critique about how men are lazy, men are this and that. It's like, well, your definition of effort is just presenting yourself and looking good. Men got to look good, put in the effort, court you, take you out,
say the right thing,
financially invest in the whole thing. You just got to be present.
And
we got to do labor.
And maybe
you get a thing.
Maybe you get a thing.
There's a certain level of arrogance there that's very fascinating.
It's like whenever you're a boss, you know, when you work a job, and your boss is like, you guys are lazy. Work harder. And you walk in their office to sleep for 3.5 hours, and you're like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of there and work with us. I'm
not even mad to do that work. I'm just saying, don't be ungrateful.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to do all that labor and then look at me like, oh, bitch, you're supposed to do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's not just true for dating. That's true for relationships as well. It's like, it's not because my girl's cooking and cleaning that I'm just like, yeah, you're supposed to do that. Don't forget to be grateful for what the other person does for you. Like, some people just expect it and then come out on... That's the shit that really irks the fuck out of me. That pisses me off. It's like, if I do a kind thing for you, don't be like, well, as a man, you're supposed to do that. Appreciate it. The same way, women, when you guys do things on your end, fellas, don't take that shit for granted. Like, for me, if somebody cooks me a meal or I make them a meal, like, don't be like, yay, whatever. Really? You get what I'm saying? That's the stuff that will, like, just chip away at you. So when I see this stuff in dating, it makes me cringe a little bit. Yeah, you supposed to. You a man. Imagine being
Fuck
married
outta
to
here.
someone who thinks like that. Who just
Never.
takes what you're supposed to do for granted.
Never.
That couldn't be me.
That,
I'm a kind dude. Like, listen, the people in my life know I take care of them. But if you just expect it with a certain level of arrogance, like, bitch, who raised you? Come in somebody's dinner. The food's here? Yeah, it's supposed to be. You don't say thank you, appreciate
Jesus
this
Christ.
beautiful meal you made.
that's cringe.
Who raised some of you animals? That kills me about people. It's the entitlement that just makes me like, yeah, I expect a man to approach me, and I expect a girl to put out, but it doesn't happen sometimes. So what? That's toxic, by I say. Not toxic when you expect it. Bah, moi je pourrais pas. Moi je pourrais pas.
This
Je
girl.
pourrais pas.
This girl.
I feel like both genders are now just trying to convince the other that like they're the prize.
Yes.
Men, you're the prize. Women, you're the prize. Make sure that they follow your rules. Men, make sure they follow. I'm back here just cringing, bro.
Stay in your tower and be the king of whatever kingdom of loneliness you are.
Yeah.
I mean, do your thing. Do your thing, boo boo.
Yeah, go to Cuba.
The thing is,
Go to Dominican Republic. Go be part of your favorite bachata song. Guess what? Those lyrics, he's cheating on you with your sister. Okay, listen, fidelity, Latin America. I mean, they love Jesus, but faithfulness. If it's faith in Jesus, sure. If it's faith in the marriage, that's a different question.
I mean, they love Jesus, but they love Jesus better.
Hey, listen.
Stop.
Their two favorite pastimes in Latin America are football and cheating. Okay, sometimes they do both at the same time. All right, there's balls being dribbled. Get me? Nah, bro. So don't sit here like what? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think in the Arab world? Faithfulness is a top priority.
Or keeping your woman happy is.
What do you think? Europe, listen, a lot of those countries, the traditional gender roles are very much enforced.
Yeah.
Go to France.
Yeah.
It's not exactly the most progressive woman I've ever met in my life.
No.
No disrespect. I got no beef with it. But in comparison to North America, they're not in any way, shape, progressive like you guys are. So you want a different sort of treatment, but you want the very like traditional role masculine, but you're not the traditional female either. It's
No,
like,
they
what
want-
you talking about?
They want to pick and choose the courting.
Yeah.
And then after that, go back to make me my food in the salad. No, you make me my food in the salad and the sandwich, bitch. That's what it is, really.
Yeah.
You can't pick and like it's
But
not
yeah.
cute. You romanticize just one part of the deal.
They romanticize always
not-
the
it's
one
not
part.
necessarily all
Guys do
cute.
it too.
Yeah.
Guys will be like, yeah, I'm gonna get me an Eastern European woman because they're so feminine or this and that.
Yeah,
You know
okay,
what? And
but-
they expect you to take care of all the bills and take care of all this stuff and be traditional dude yourself too. You ain't got the finances, bruh.
Yeah.
You ain't got the money. Your passport's cute. It just gets the girl in the country, doesn't get her to stay.
You don't want to get with a pissed off Russian woman.
Yeah. You know, you talk about the traditional, understand everything it means. Doesn't mean she's gonna suck your dick every day like you want her to. I think you misunderstood how this shit works.
You didn't read the fine print.
No.
You didn't.
No. Everybody out here romanticizing people.
Yeah.
Man, foreign women. La, 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 la. Bro, have you even been there? Nah, I've never been to Eastern Europe, but I watch a podcast.
Everybody got their downsides. Everybody got their qualities and everything and stuff. So.
Yeah.
I understand some people are gonna be like, yeah, I like better these. I mean,
Sure.
Whatever. It is what it is.
Sure, but-
you gotta be able to handle the rest. That's what
But
I'm saying.
a lot of people don't know what they're talking about. They're going off stereotypes
Yeah.
and what they imagine.
Yeah.
They actually don't know the people from that culture.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they don't have a real view of it. They just out here talking. You know what I'm saying? I hear dudes talk about like Ethiopian women sometimes. Like, bro, you don't even know what the ladies down there are like.
You just
You
saw-
don't know what the cultural heritage is
You-
like.
you
You,
just saw
don't
a
know what the
picture.
religious upbringing, how
You
it
just
affects
saw
you.
a TikTok.
You saw a few pictures. You're like, damn. And look, she must be so feminine. Bro, I cringe so hard when they see stuff like that. I cringe so hard.
So, in conclusion, the reason why American men are weenies and they don't know how to pursue women is because women here have let them get away with doing the bare minimum, and that's not okay. And that's just a record scratch. By not requiring more of men and not expecting more of them and making them work for it, you're essentially making them lazy. You're creating more fuckboys. And you're putting yourself in situations where you end up being the one pursuing him and worried about whether he likes you enough. Women in these other cultures, they're not ever doing that. They let men come to them. And if they come correct, then maybe you get a date. And that's a maybe. You're up for consideration.
Yo, non, tu penses vraiment que t'es plus fraîche que t'es fraîche, là. Toi, tu penses que t'es top dollar, là. Tu penses que t'es là, t'es fin rivé. T'es pas fin rivé même, fille. Alright, you really think you're some kind of hit. Oh, you're the thing. Yeah, you gotta, baby, you're annoying as fuck, okay? You really want people to pursue you. And yeah, you're not the one. You're cute, but you're not the one, honey. Stop.
They accept non-dates that are coffee, walking, bullshit dates.
Cette femme, that girl's she's gonna.
Even ahead about coffee dates, like the reason why dudes prefer doing coffee dates a lot of the time is to gauge whether or not the woman's really there for them or they're really there for a free meal.
Yeah.
You know, first off, you already expect us to pay for everything in terms of the courting process.
Even if
but
you're a
then
feminist.
you're telling us what's acceptable and how much we have to pay for the experience.
Yeah.
If you're there to get to know me for real, then what's wrong with the coffee date? We're gonna sit there. We're gonna have a conversation and it's cool. But no, you need that little princess experience. You be taking out to some kind of fancy dinner or some shit.
That girl gonna wake up alone at 50 and be like, oh my God, I wasted my years. Yeah, you have.
That aren't even requiring much effort. And they accept very subpar behavior. And they're okay if these guys don't talk to them for days on end, suck at communication. They're totally fine with that. And that's how we've given birth to the fuckboy and weenies. You should start requiring more of men. Notice how the guys that'll come correct will stick around.
No, oftentimes what they'll do is they'll be controlling. They'll be controlling and they'll be like, bitch, let me check your phone. They'll be talking to all the motherfuckers. They'll be hyper jealous. Okay? Dudes who be putting in way too much effort tend to frighten women after a year in because they realize they've gotten into the trap.
And the guys that aren't doing much will just drop like flies when you've given them a challenge. This is the only way to weed out the guys who are serious and the guys that are just trying to play with you. Keep your standards up. And
That's right. Keep your standard up, and you'll end up alone like me. Lonely ass bitch.
Maybe she's not. I mean, that's the stuff we just say. You know, maybe she has a husband. Who knows? I don't know.
That's the
Don't
dumbest
really care.
shit I've heard today. Congratulations, lady.
Yeah, this whole idea of romanticizing men in other countries, like, I'm not confident that you travel much. Because if you ask women who are living in Latin America, they'll tell you the men over there cheat all the time. They're extreme misogynists. They'll complain about them all the time. Right? Go to the Middle East. You think all those women are saying the men over there are the best?
Go to Europe. See what they say about the men.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
B.
So you're over here romanticizing men and saying, "Oh my God, the women there have it so much better." The women over there, are like, who you fucking talking to?
Who you
Who are
talking
you
about?
talking to?
Who you talking
No,
about?
but who are you talking to? We struggling out here. What you talking about?
Yo.
Right? So you have to understand every area comes with its sound of problems. You out here getting brazen on fucking TikTok talking shit about men locally. Go over some of these go to Saudi Arabia and be talking crazy about the men over there. See what happens when you get slapped up by your boy. Huh? You think you just talk about Saudi men however you want while you're living over there?
And nobody gonna do shit.
The freedoms that you get to enjoy in a Western country with all these fuckboys who let you talk crazy, you may not be able to talk like that everywhere you go.
You know what's funny? The funny thing is that it's funny that she's talking about men being spoiled, and the only reason why she's talking like that is because she's spoiled.
That's facts. A lot of the issues that we have today in regards to non-commitment or people being loosey-goosey is because of the fact that we've made dating such a...
Accessible.
We've made it such a window shopping experience where you can go in the shop and pick out whatever you want. So we got online dating where we can browse through people. It's not just men, women too. Mm-hmm. Women are constantly like, everybody has that fear of missing out where they got a partner they kind of like, but they're like, I wanted more excitement. I wanted more of that, right? So people go on to the next thing, okay? And there's an issue where it's like folks always want more or they want something better or they think they got something that's more attack. That's out there a lot too. But anyways, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We want to hear from you.